Hello there. Today we're going to look at those players that have got the highest rating at the moment on day 4 of the new season. So here's the ratings as they stand. So TJ Inevitable's at the top at the moment, and he's got 23 wins and 3 losses. So win rate of 88%. If we look at his games, well, I've looked earlier actually, he's been playing with Serena, Moonstalker, and Garth so far. Pooh Range just come up to second now, who was below earlier, 83% win rate. Pooh Rain had been using Sheila, Serena, and Moonstalker. Then Bob Way has got an 81% win rate, 45 wins, 10 losses. So he's probably going to be doing quite well now in the best score. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Bob Way was using Serena and Moonstalker. It's just switched to Garth, as you can see here. Moon Sorrow in 4th place, 81% win rate, 18 wins, 4 losses. Moon Sorrow was using Garth and Moonstalker before. And KA Toy 007 has an 80% win rate, 5 losses, 21 wins, and has been using Elementalis, Pterodon, Zaladar, Moonstalker, and more Zaladar. So what I thought we would do in this video is just check out some action from the top of the ratings, because the higher rating you get, the higher your score will end up being. Score is really what matters, but until you've clocked up 50 games, till all of these have clocked up 50 games, then you know, the person in second, if we click on them now, they've done, it comes up in a moment. Okay, so this person in second has actually done 120 games already this season. But we look at Bob. Bob's just managed to do 50, I think. Biden voters low IQ. You gotta love the names some of these people choose. 63. See, it's only a 60% win rate. This person has, you know, got their 50 game score window in place. Whereas Inevitable, who is top of the ratings, remember, is only 21st here, but has only done 26 games. So if they manage to keep this up, then they could be looking at getting at least 32,000. So anyway, we're gonna check out some action now. So I'm gonna just hide myself for a moment, and then yeah, show you a game. Right, okay, so I think it would be worth seeing maybe one where Inevitable lost. That will make him happy, I think, if we check that out. So let's go to his game history. And so he's actually almost complete winning streak here. I do have to just show something, though. Yesterday, Inevitable and Bob Way had a face-off. Garth versus MS, and Inevitable won both. Okay, so the anti-meta deck actually did beat top guy, right? But we're going to show where that deck occasionally doesn't pay off. So we can check out Garth versus Moonstalker here. Moonstalker winning. Midsky is a very high rated player as well. We could check that out. Where else did he lose? He lost against Stone Cold when he was using Moonstalker, so that was a mirror. And he lost against... I'm sure where else. Oh, let's keep going. Oh, right, in his first game, actually, on the server, he lost against an Elementalis. So, you know what? Let's see his bad start to the season. Because he'd only be on 2 losses. If he had missed this game, he'd only be on 2 losses. So, let's see how it went here. Oh, look. Serena Loot Ripper. We've not shown her before in a video, have we? Yeah. So, he won her by winning a tournament. So, we've got Serena Loot Ripper here. Her cutlass is sharp as her cunning. Her path marked by... We'll get there in a moment. Wow, no wonder he lost. What a start. A path marked by the lost treasures of the unwary. That is a lovely artwork. Took a while to get that to his liking, actually. Right. So, yeah, that's a pretty amazing start, actually, here with the dragons. People thought dragons weren't good anymore. Wow. Our top rating guy didn't start the season too well facing dragons. And these dragons have got a very solid board presence there. And what can Serena do? While she's smashed into one that she can kill, and Escalate has just been used, become a resource, and this is just an uphill battle for Serena, even though Elementalis is top decking. And things like Nitish can drop a big ally to a 1/1 with no abilities. It's just kind of relentless from Elementalis here. So he's made that into a 2/4, kills off Nitish, smashes him with the other one. Actually, could have used the 2 there to boost somebody. Oh no, it had lost its ability, hadn't it? Yeah, it was no abilities. Noxious has taken out the hatchling, and Samantha's popped down, and it's just everything that Inevitable puts down is getting wrecked. So not a great start to the season by Inevitable with Serena. But he did play, I think, one more with Serena, and then just soldiered on with Moonstalker and then Garth. So 1 loss with Serena, 1 loss with Moonstalker against a Moonstalker, and then 1 loss with Garth against a Moonstalker. So it's a pretty solid play by Bell Raistlin. I think, first game of the season, you don't really know who you're going to face. And yeah, I mean, maybe dragons. Maybe dragons are the way. You could have a pretty lucky start, I think, to get, enough cheap dragons down. But it's good to see that dragons are causing trouble for Serena. So there we go. So that was how Inevitable season began. Let's now go and see how top of the best score, Bob Way. He has only played Serena and Moonstalker. Should we see if we can find one of his losses? Because he hasn't lost many. He won that. He's playing at the moment still. Won that. He lost against a Moonstalker. Won that. He lost against a Garth. Maybe that's anti-meta Garth. He lost against Thol Batalax's Elementalis. So we could check that, but actually I'm going to look at RS Cauten winning with Zaladar, because I heard this is quite a good game. So let's see what happens here. This playmat, lovely. Captain Zaladar, also lovely. I'm not intentionally choosing ones that's showing off the cool pirate arts. It's just coincidence, honest. So Coastal Barrage Frigate has hopped down for cost of 2, and Bob has done the same. So 2 each there. Bad Santa has drawn some cards. I do actually have RS Cauten's deck list, so I am going to put it in the description. I'm sure that'll be fine with them. We already know Inevitable's Garth deck. We already know Bob's Moonstalker deck. If you've watched my other videos, they're on there. So how does Zaladar win this? Well, a Scourge Colossus. It's just great to see Scourge Colossus getting used. Came down with the Skirmish. Now, what's getting used here? Hellfire Besiegers popped down and has managed to blow up the Skirmish. 4 damage to Zaladar and another 3 for good measure. So the good thing about Zaladar is obviously the ability that can zap people with damage, whether they're stealth or not. The other great thing about Zaladar is he has access to Mimic, which can effectively give you up to 8 skirmishes. And in fact, if the opponent's got a skirmish, you can yoink that one instead of your own one. If they've found one and you haven't found one yet, then you can actually reuse theirs. So here's a Shoreline Skirmish again, and out comes that, and now he's blown up the ship. It's great to see some of these allies that didn't really get used much before now getting some action. So Bob's facing an uphill battle here. Had to just hard cast the Besieger. It's able to stealth it away, but it's not going to be enough because Zaladar can do some zapping with his ability there. And yeah, that's a horrible board that Bob's going to be facing down. He's going to have a hard time clearing all that out of the way. And he's dropped an Infernus. He's going to stealth. Zaladar, those two besiegers can both hit Zaladar for 4 each if there's enough things to blow up. So let's see, is there anything else to blow up? No. But still, 20 plays 4. Scourge Colossus has gone. Forgotten Horror has frozen somebody's pretty neat. Infernus got frozen. But yeah, all that was needed was to drop on something else that the Besieger can blow up, and boom, there we go. So that's how Bob lost one of his games against the Zaladar. I will share that deck list in the comments. Now, I've heard there was a really good fight to the death between King and Ashan 3310, but they are not top of the ratings yet, so I'm not going to look at those. Sorry, guys. I'm going to, with my final game, I'm going to check out Toy. So, Toy has been beating people high up, including Midsky there. Midsky had a Gravebone. We've not seen Gravebone for a while, have we? So, they drew there. Okay, Toy. Just seeing who Toy has beaten that's kind of high up in the rankings. Alright, okay. Let's check out that Gravebone match then. And then we'll wrap it up there. For this will be the end of our kind of ratings roundup, I think. My next video, I'm not sure what it'll be. But the great thing about Shadow Era is you can go and find who the top rated players are. You can do this yourself. You can see their games. You can go and watch them. You can see what decks they're using. You can even message them in game and say, got any tips? Or just well done. I think you're a great player. You never know. It might lead somewhere. Oh, that playmat is gorgeous. Whoever made that just looks so nice. It really does look golden. I want one. I want one of those. Custom playmats, personalized playmats cost $1 million gold, but you do have to provide the art that's going to go on it. So wherever this came from, I want something that looks like that. Wow. So Midsky with the Gravebone then is using the Krakens to great effect to be able to get rid of ships. And Zaladar, however, has dropped a skirmish draw card, dropped the Frigate and put somebody on it, and now is going to use the Besieger and has one left to be able to blow skirmish up and smash in. That's a pretty good, that's 7 damage and he stays out on the board. That's so good. Besieger didn't get used that much before, and now it seems to be one of their MVPs of this season for a lot of Shadow Heroes. So the Frigate has now just put him back on the board. Back on the ship. And now he can come off again and do another 7 potentially. He'll probably get rid of the Forgotten Horror because it's quite a scary prospect to be facing there. And will he clear the board? Yeah, he's gone purely for board control and dropped a Bazaar as well just to get a card draw. Infernus isn't a bad shout, boosting all fire damage to the opponent, but Zaladar plus the Besieger can take care. Well, they can't actually because he's immune to fire damage. So I wouldn't be trying to blow up Infernus with that or even attack into him. So that's a bit of a problem to be able to try and get rid of Infernus. But he's managed to throw Forgotten Horror into the fray via Docked and Loaded. So that's the way that was worked out. Fireball to the Forgotten Horror is... I love throwing fireballs at the face, to be fair. But now and again, you've got to use it to take care of the board. Gravebone's in a pretty bad way and not really been able to stabilize at all in this game. Mimic just got Shoreline Skirmish into play, and is now using again Besieger to blow it up, and then he'll attack him for 2, and then Gravebone's pretty much done. There's a really nice Zaladar deck. I'll see if I can get the deck list for this one as well and put it in the comments of the video. Yeah, I think 3 matches is enough for today. I can, if you like this, put a comment and I'll do more roundups of how things are going. And what I'll do is I'll transition to showing people who are higher in the best score rather than the rating. Probably by the end of the week. We'll probably do another rating one next, and then we'll move to looking at best score, which is what really matters, because you can get up to a high rating on a low number of games and camp there. You can also get a high best score to prove that you've got a solid 50 games, and then you might start experimenting and your rating will drop. So you might take part in a monthly challenge and so on, which usually have constraints to them, like the one coming up in middle of April will be rewarding you for using lesser used heroes. So they have been shaken up recently. The underused heroes, Tyrant, Moonstalker, a few others that normally you wouldn't see. Garth wasn't around so much. Yeah, so things have shaken up quite a bit. We haven't showcased the Sheila here, have we? But she's been popular for the whole of this update so far. Anyway, yeah, I'll wrap up there, and I'll see you next time.